Well, the first series of the season is over. The Yankees took 2 out of 3 from the defending world champs, and I've got 5 thoughts about it. Let's get to it.
Last August, and he was a huge piece of the puzzle for Washington. Suzuki. That is lined into left center field in the first 2. Is a 3-2 pitch. Ground ball right side that will get through the hole and right side. That is a rocket fair into the corner.
Number 5 is the bad one, unfortunately, of the 5. James Paxton did not have his finest performance on Saturday night against the Nationals. His velocity was way down. His fastball was hitting like 92 when it was way up last year, or something like 97 last year. So he just didn't seem to have the control. John Smoltz kept saying on the broadcast that his stuff was good, basically, and I don't know. I mean, John Smoltz knows pitching better than me, but it didn't look like he had his best stuff out there. I'm not worried about Pax. I think Pax is great. Do I think he's going to stay after the season's over? Probably not. However, I do think he's a very important pitcher in the staff. I think he's their third best pitcher behind, obviously, Cole and Massa. But I think he will definitely rebound. Maybe he was tipping his pitches. We know that was a problem with him last year. If you notice, his glove was shaking. He kept shaking his glove, which, as we know, is what Steven Strasburg did in the World Series last year, so the Astros wouldn't know a pitcher's coming. So I believe, like I said, Pax will be okay. It was just a rough performance. He made it through just 1 inning, didn't make it through 2. Mike King came and kind of relieved him, and I thought Mike King pitched pretty well. He let up a home run to Robles, but other than that, I thought Mike King was good. I think Pax will be fine. The Nationals are a really good team, even though they didn't have any superstars in their lineup. They could still hit, man. James Paxton's down performance is number 5.
3-2 pitch, a swing and a miss on the slider. 3 hits, but not the same. Swing and a miss.
Number 4 is another one that is slightly on a down note, but it's something we knew already, and that is what Patrick Corbin proved today. The Yankees can be shut down by elite pitching, and Patrick Corbin is an elite pitcher. The Yankees wanted him in his free agency. They didn't want to go the 6th year on him. They were probably saving for Cole, honestly. I don't blame them for that, because getting Cole was the best decision they could have made. But damn, Patrick Corbin's good, man. He's the 3rd best pitcher in the Nationals rotation. Once Strasburg's back, that rotation's dangerous, man. Eric Feedy, even though he had not too many starts in his big league career, he did very well on Saturday as well, other than the home run to Giancarlo, and he kept working around the errors that a sloppy Nationals defense kept coming up with. But yeah, the Nationals rotation's dangerous, so if we see them in the World Series, I'm not looking forward to that, because that's a dangerous rotation. Game 1, 2, 3 being Scherzer, Strauss, and Corbin. That's a dangerous rotation, and Patrick Corbin absolutely shut down the Yankees today. Dave Martinez taking him out of the game after the Gleyber home run, maybe not the best idea. Even I said when I was watching it, which I know armchair quarterback, Monday morning type of thing, I didn't think that was the right decision at all. I mean, I know it's early in the season, but he was balling, man. He let up a single to Gleyber and a homer to Gleyber, and Gleyber's really good. I know that they wanted to take him out because they wanted a righty in for Stanton, but Corbin had already struck out Stanton twice in the game anyway. So yeah, they bring in Will Harris. Will Harris strikes out Stanton, and then Voit hits the home run. The Yankees seem to hit off of Will Harris a lot. I remember he blew a 3-run lead in the 9th inning to them when he was on the Astros. So Will Harris might... I think Gleyber hit a home run off him in the playoffs too last year. But Will Harris, probably not the guy they should have brought in. And I know he signed a $27 million deal, but still. It's okay. It's okay that the Yankees can get shut down by elite pitching, because the Verlanders, the Scherzers, the Corbins, the DeGroms, those guys are always going to be against us, and those guys are always going to be good. You're not going to score 8 runs in a game off Jacob DeGrom or Max Scherzer. They scored 4 runs off Max Scherzer, and that was enough. That was awesome. That was Max Scherzer when he didn't have his best stuff, and he still struck out 11 guys. So it's important for, especially, Cole, Tanaka, and Paxton to live up to that. Now, Tanaka's definitely proven he can. Cole's obviously maybe the best pitcher in baseball. It's up to Paxton. Paxton's the guy that they need to live up to that. Not necessarily elite ace level, but to where you can keep up with that. Because Sevy's not going to be here. Happ might not be that pitcher anymore, and as much as I love Monty, he's still figuring things out. Tanaka, like I said, can prove that when in a big game he's better than just about anybody, and Cole might be the best pitcher in baseball already. So you just gotta, James Paxton, it's on you basically to rise to the occasion, because if there's a there's a 3-game series because there's expanded playoffs this year, or a 5-game series, or even a 7-game series, you're gonna need 3 starters that can go, and we have 2 that we know can go. Pax, it's up to you, bud. That's number 4.
Wow. Yeah! That ball is just tattooed. Stanton hits it to the back of that tarp and
Giancarlo Stanton. I never gotten that. He's not Italian. I don't understand it. But regardless, man, he's locked in. All the haters. I want to hear y'all. I love Giancarlo Stanton when he's locked in because he's so incredible to watch. He hit 18 home runs in 1 month in 2017. And in 18, he hit 38 home runs on a down year. That's what I want Yankees fans to understand. It was a down year for him, and he hit 38 home runs. Anybody in the league would kill it to have that kind of off year. And the fact that, I know, rough game today, struck out 3 times, did work an intentional walk, but that's against Will Harris, who was kind of throwing some nasty pitches, and against Patrick Corbin. David Combs was talking about it, just thought that Stanton hasn't had the reps, and that's okay, because hitting home runs off of Max Scherzer is awesome, and hitting 480-foot bombs, even off of Eric Feedy, that's also awesome. Stanton's locked in, and I can't wait to see what he does the rest of the season.
Swing and a miss on a changeup away. 2 Ks in the inning.
Crowd's going nuts.
Got him.
Number 2 is the guy that is near and dear to the New York Yankees fans' heart. Not if you ask a random baseball fan, if you ask a fan of the Padres or of the Angels or the Brewers, nobody's going to know who Tommy Kahnly is. But we in New York, we love ourselves Tommy Kahnly. We know how much of a spark plug he is in the clubhouse, how much the team loves him, how much of a funny guy he is, and we also know, after today, how damn filthy that changeup is. Like, wow. Saved the game, got into a jam with the Gleyber error and stuff like that, and just absolutely shoved, striking out Thames and Starlin Castro with just repetitive changeups. He was just spamming circle. If you play MLB The Show, he was just spamming circle on that changeup, and it worked every time. They were just swinging and missing every time. And I can't blame Castro and Thames for that, because if they're going to sit on the changeup, they're looking at a 98-mile-an-hour fastball anyway. So, Tommy Kahnly, what a job done. I don't know if he's going to be the 8th inning guy until Chap gets back, because they used, I think Ottavino was like the 6th inning guy, and then Chad was the 7th, Kahnly 8th, and Britt 9th. I'm going to assume that's what they're going to do, but I mean, it could always fluctuate. Regardless, I'm so glad Tommy Kahnly's on this team.
And that will be the first Yankee hit, first base runner. And now he's got more than that. He's got the Yankees' 3rd home run of the year, and it's a 2-1 game, his first. And that will put the Yankees on top. To the gap in left center. Hicks scores easily. 3-2 New York.
And the number 1 moment / takeaway of the first series of the season is that beautiful Gleyber Torres is still swinging. He's only 23 years old. Now, take a shot every time the Yes Network announcers say he's only 23 years old. It gets kind of annoying after a while, but I don't care. Gleyber Torres is going to be the best player in baseball. Him and Juan Soto and Ronald Acuna. Those 3 guys in 5 years will all be Mike Trouts. There's going to be 3 Mike Trouts in the league. It's going to be Gleyber, Acuna, and Soto. And I think Gleyber might be just a tick below those guys. Just a tick. I think Soto's the best, then Acuna by just like that much, and then Gleyber's just a tick below. But I think in 5 years' time, that's your top 3 players in the game. Luis Robert is going to be up there too. And there's some guys that are coming up that are going to be awesome, but those 3 guys, along with probably Luis Robert and maybe like a Pete Alonso, the game's in a good place in the future with those guys coming through the ranks, and it's going to be amazing to see. But yeah, Gleyber, man, 3 hits today. I know he made an error, which it happens. He probably tried to rush the throw because it was Trey Turner and he's fast, but damn, Gleyber. The home run had the only 2 hits off of Patrick Corbin. The home run really got the offense going. Great job by Luke, by the way, with the home run. Honorable mention right there. And I think that obviously the game-winning hit and with the bases loaded, clutched up, didn't try to hit a grand slam, just a solid single would do, and it did. Hicks scored, and the Yankees took the win 3-2 off that, and took the series 2 games out of 3. Game 2 was a little bit ugly. Like I said, offense didn't really get much going other than the Giancarlo home run, and the pitching wasn't great. There was like Avalon and who was the Holder, not a big Holder guy, I'm sorry. But those guys were garbage time pitchers anyway, so they're going to come in blowouts. They're not going to be in big spots. Kane looked pretty good, and Paxton just wasn't very good. But the offense really couldn't get much going. They had guys on base the whole game, but couldn't really get it done. And it's whatever. Losses are going to happen. There's going to be 16 teams in the playoffs this year, so I'm not that worried about a singular loss as much as I would have been if it wasn't 16 teams in the playoffs. It's not a sprint anymore, really. It's more of it's a baseball season now. It's a regular baseball season. 16 teams are going to be in the playoffs, which means there's going to be a team under 500 in the playoffs. And I don't really like that, but I suppose it is what it is. Overall, I think a good series for the Yankees. We have the Phillies next 4 games. There's going to be 2 in Philly, 2 in New York. Didi, man. It's going to be so hard. I've watched his homers the last few days, and it's awesome. I'm so happy he's doing so well there. If there's any Phillies fans watching this, please, I'm begging you, know what you have in Didi. Know how awesome he is, and treat him the way he should be treated, because he's amazing, and he's fun. He's a great teammate. He's a great guy, and he hits bombs, man. And so I really hope that Philly knows what they have in Didi Gregorius. So it's going to be fun to see Girardi again too. It's going to be fun to see Toe. I don't know. I don't think Toe made the team, did he? He probably didn't make the team. Walker's going to be there. McCutchen, Bryce. It's going to be a fun series against the Phillies. The Phillies, who maybe I don't think they're quite on the Yankees level. I'm going to predict the Yankees take 3 of the 4 games. I don't really know which ones. I'll say they lose the second game in Philly, and then they win the next 2 in New York. Because Cole's going to pitch one of those games. I know that. But I think Happ pitches tomorrow. So I'll give them the win tomorrow, the loss in the second game, and then 2 wins after that. That's my official prediction. But thank you guys for watching this. There'll be another series recap after the Phillies series. I'm going to do one after all 4 games, and I'm not just going to do 2 and then 2, because to me this is going to be one series. It's the same team, so there's not going to really be a lot. But thanks for watching this 5 takeaways from the Yankee series against the Nationals. There was one from opening day. That's why I didn't include opening day takeaways in this. But yeah, again, recapping the final takeaways. James Paxton, step it up. The Yankees can be shut down by elite pitching. Tommy Kahnly's changeup is absolutely disgusting. Giancarlo can bomb. And Gleyber Torres is going to be one of the best players in baseball in the next 5 years, and if he's not already. But thanks guys for watching this. Really appreciate it. Hope you liked it. Hope you're looking forward to the New York Yankees taking 3 out of 4 games from the Phillies, like you heard here first. Maybe 4 out of 4. Why not? Why not win all 4 games? I hope Didi hits 2 home runs tomorrow, though. I want him to wait till he gets to the stadium to hit the home runs. I want him to hit 2 home runs at Yankee Stadium. I really hope that happens. In the meantime, before Didi hits those home runs, wash your hands, stay safe, and I shall see you next time.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.